Good morning. Well, it's another exciting day for me in the shop. But yeah, I'm not complaining too much because it is raining today. But that does mean it's kind of put off most of the customers. Problem is, I'm kind of running out of things to do. The last couple of days, I've spent some time outside, close to the shop, keeping an eye on it. But today, I'm stuck in the shop. I've already tidied the shelves and cleaned the floors and done everything I can. I've tidied the storeroom out the back. I was going to say it doesn't look much better, but it's more user-friendly, which is what we need. So I am now turning my attention to the mess that is the office. So this looks absolutely awful in here. I know that. But the scary thing is, this is a slightly tidier version because stuff has been being removed from in here. So this is better than it was. But my main thought is I want to tackle this corner, because this corner is kind of useless. So we've got those shelves at the back that we can't get to because this door sort of stays wedged open almost permanently, and then we've got the filing cabinet, so we can't get in there. We've got some nets stored in the back which we can't really get to either, and the filing cabinet we don't particularly use properly because you can only open the drawer that far and then it hits the door, and we never can be bothered to take the wedge out from under the door because then it's a pain to get wedged back under the door. So my thought is to sort of rearrange all this corner and see if it makes more space in here, make it a bit more usable in here. So I've checked with the owner and he says, yeah, it's okay, we'll give it a try, and if we don't like it we can always put it back. So hopefully it works, because it will be a lot of work if I have to put it back again afterwards. But yeah, let's see what we can do. Well, I spent some time tidying up in here, but doesn't really notice. The thing is, I haven't actually taken anything out. I've just moved it around a little bit. So it's looking a little better, but obviously the main change is this corner here. So I've moved the filing cabinet over. That is excellent. I can now actually open the drawers properly and get to the files without having to shut the door. And that drawer opens all the way to its full extent. I've got the files above that I can get to as well. I have put those trays up there. I don't know if they're going to stay there or not. They are a little high, so they might end up moving. But for now, they're tidy and they're out of the way. And that's that corner sorted. Obviously, I managed to get to the window, giving that a good clean. I can actually see the horrendous weather outside. But yeah, I've got all of this lot to sort out. Some of this is just junk. A lot of it isn't. I mean, we've got leaflets there and we've got fish bags there and stuff like that. So that is going to just have to stay. We might just reorganise it. but we have got a few empty boxes on the shelf, and bits like here's where we've got paperwork, but there's nothing behind it, so yeah, we will be carrying on tidying up in here, but that's not for today. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Right, well, it's another day, and the guy who was previously working in the shop has now left and taken all of his stuff with him, so everything that's left in here now is ours. So I can now go through, decide what we want to keep, what we don't want to keep, and if we do want to keep it, where to put it. But before I do that, I'm turning my attention to this chair, because I absolutely hate it. So it really doesn't look very professional, having a chair with the sponge sticking out. So I am going to recover it. I've got this nice brown fabric. Unfortunately, I've only got enough to do the seat, but I don't think the brown's going to look too bad. It'll certainly look better than that. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, well that's the chair back together. The brown doesn't look too bad. It certainly looks better than what it was. So yeah, I didn't get the folds on the edge here quite as tight as I would like, but it doesn't look too bad. And I think I've put enough staples in it to hold. I went round doing 2 rows round. First row to just tuck it in place, and the second row to actually hold it in place. So we'll see how that does. But yeah, now it's time for me to turn my attention to this lot. And I'm thinking I'm not going to record it. I'll just show you what it looks like afterwards, because there's lots of different things it's going to be moving. I mean, we've got sandpaper there, that should be in the shed. We've got filter wall here, that can go in the storeroom. We've got an empty box there, empty boxes there, they'll go in the bin. And then the rest of it, I'm not even sure. I mean, we've got random things on the shelves, like old ornaments like this. I don't think that's particularly going to sell, so that might go in the bin. Dust masks, again, they should be in the shed. So yeah, I've got lots of sorting to do. And yeah, I'll see you in a second. Well, I'm taking my time, but I'm getting there. But I've just spent the last hour sorting out all our keys that are on our hooks here. And, I know there's somebody out there who's going to really appreciate this. There we go. Much better. Well, I've spent 2 days tidying it up, and it looks a lot better for it. So obviously I haven't decorated. It'd be lovely if I could, but just haven't got the things here to do that. But yeah, made more use of the shelves at the back here, made sure everything's labelled. I was quite pleased to see that there wasn't actually that much in the way of rubbish. Majority of the stuff just needed rearranging and putting in smaller boxes and putting away, because I've put all the files in the filing cabinet now, and I've gone through all of those. They're all nice and tidy. Got rid of all the old catalogues that we don't need, and made sure they've just got the newer ones rather than the ones from 2019 or whatever. But yeah, can actually see the side again. It's actually surprising. We've got more space in here, despite the fact I've removed 2 lots of shelves. But yeah, so Hopefully we'll get back to the grounds work in the next couple of weeks. I don't quite know what's happening. Definitely November I'll be back on the grounds. October time, I don't know what's happening, so we'll see. But yeah, for now I hope you enjoyed this video as something slightly different, and I shall see you later.